What's up guys, it's SCG here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create a PlayStation Network account on your PS5. So in case you didn't know already, your PlayStation Network account is what enables your user to go online and to join online games. Without a PSN account, your user really can't do much of anything. Your PSN account is what gets you access to online stuff. It also is your official user account that you can use on the PlayStation website and to buy PlayStation games and all that other stuff. So for your own personal PSN account, you're going to want the information to be as accurate as possible. But I know a lot of people want to make PSN accounts for when their friends come over so that they can actually play in an online match with them when they're over at their place playing on their PS5 console. So you really don't have to make a fully fleshed out PSN account for that. There are a few shortcuts you can make, a few cheats you can do when making a PSN account, which I'll show in this video. But obviously, if you're making it for yourself, you're going to want the information to be as accurate as possible. All right, so enough talking. Let's get into the actual tutorial. So first, we're going to have to go to the login screen. So if you're already logged in as a user, go over here to your user account and then either log out or switch user. And it'll take you to the login screen here. If you just turned on your PS5, you'll already be here. So press the PlayStation button. And we are going to go to add user. And in here, just to get started under add a user to this PS5. Read through all this and then agree to sign our life away to Sony. And then in here, it's going to want us to add a PlayStation Network account. It assumes we already have one, which we do not. So we're going to go down here to create an account. So in here, we have to put our birth date here. So if this is a throwaway account, be sure to make it over 18 so there's nothing limited. If you are under 18 or you want to use your actual birth date, then put that in right here. Select next. Region, like it says here, you can't change it after you've already created your account, so be sure you know where you live and put that in here. Language you can also change later, and then select next. So now we have to put in an email address. So at this point, if you're making an actual PSN account, obviously you put in your real email address, but if you're making a throwaway account to use, then there are a few different websites I'll link down below where you can get just instant generic email addresses to put in. I'm actually going to put in the email address for this channel. All right, so email, and then obviously make sure it's not used with another account. Password, you got to make it meet all of Sony's extremely complex password guidelines. It's got to be 8 characters, you got to have some fancy symbols and letters in there, and you can't have numbers or letters in a row. Alright, so once your password's in and you have your email address, you can select next. Now it's going to want your first and last name, so this can be anything you want, and you can change this later, so don't worry about making it accurate. If you forgot your name, then don't worry, you can change it later. And then it's going to ask if you want to receive notifications about products, offers, and all that other stuff, which you do not want to do. And then you can also agree to share your personal information. You can unsubscribe from this at any time, but let's be honest, you don't want to sell your personal information, and you do not want your email inbox loaded up with a bunch of spam. So let's select next. Now you're going to need some personal information. So once again, if this is a throwaway account, put in some fake postal code, look up some dumb town. You can change this later. It does have to be a valid postal code. It doesn't have to be your postal code, but it does have to be a valid one. So I just guessed that postal code and I got it right. And I'm apparently in Fowlestown, Georgia. That's pretty cool. All right, that's where I live. If you ever want to see me, I'm in Fowlestown, Georgia. And once again, you can change this later, and other players will not be able to see it. Now we can select our avatar. So I've made videos about this in the past, but avatars are different from profile pictures. Your profile picture is what you and you alone will see on your PlayStation 5. This avatar is going to be viewed online by all of the online players you encounter. So this can be pretty much any one of these options. So I feel like a creepy astronaut today, so I'm going to select that. Next is your online ID. So this is basically your gamer tag, your username, whatever you want to call it, and it's going to be what everyone views online. So that personal name you just put in earlier, that does not count. That's not going to be viewed anywhere except on your own console. So this is the ID you're going to be using online. So you can change this once for free, and then after that it's going to cost you I think it's $5 for PlayStation Now subscribers, and then like $10 for non-PS Now subscribers. So I really feel like what's that, Raucous Drawer 9? So I'm actually going to go with semi-comp guy because I am a semi-comp guy. So let's select next. And it's going to ask us our privacy settings, the most entertaining part of this whole process. So basically it's how much information you like to share with the online world, basically what players can view of your profile. So I'm a social and open kind of guy. I want everyone to know about my life. No, I'm actually going to go with team player because I'm not that open. So we're going to do team player, and then we got to apply. You can review what is actually going to be shared. I don't really care, so I'm going to apply. And then data collection. So they want us to send all of our personal data over to PS5. It's really up to you to choose which one you want. I really don't care. So I'm going to confirm and continue. We have to read some more stuff. Personalization, they want us to have products personalized for us. We're going to get ads anyway, and we're going to get recommendations anyway, so they might as well be accurate to what I'm actually doing. So I'm just going to leave these checked, confirm and continue. We have more legal stuff to read because this is a very dangerous thing we're doing here, so read all this stuff. It's very important. If you don't read it, then you could get in trouble. So they want us to read all this. I'm not going to, so I agree to everything. I agree to sell my soul to Sony, and I'm going to confirm. And lastly, we have to verify our email address. So that's where you actually have to make a fake email address, but one you still have access to. You can't just put in some random email address. So you have to verify it. If you don't actually have an email address with this, it's just not going to create your account. So it can be a throwaway. Just make sure you actually have access to the email address because you're going to have to verify your account later in the process. So make sure you just create a throwaway account, but one you still have access to. All right, so I'm on my smartphone now in my email account. And as you can see here, PlayStation sent this friendly little verification email that I can select right now. Verify. It's going to load in. And my email address has been verified. So now I can go back to my console and I can select already verified. Now it's going to want us to add in more security. So this is a password for login and a password for purchases. We can do that if we want to. I'm not going to do that right now. It's also going to want us to enable two-step verification. I would personally recommend it, even though it's a pain. It is nice to have, just because there have been some account breaches lately, mainly on Nintendo's side, but it can happen with Sony. It has happened in the past, so having this extra layer of security is a good idea. You can use pretty much any Authenticator app. I like using Google's, but yeah, you just scan this code, and then you'll get a number key every few seconds that you have to put in to confirm who you are, or you can just get a text message and confirm the code through there. I'm not going to do it now just to make it simple, so we're going to do this later. Phone number. I hate having my phone number attached to accounts like this, so I'm not going to do that anyway. There we go. My account is ready to use and ready to game. So now I can press OK. Okay, again, they still want me to join all their other services and stuff. And there we go. This is my home screen for my newly created PlayStation Network user. So I can game online. I can explore all my own personalized stuff that PlayStation has for me. And I am good to go. So that about does it for today's tutorial. You can do this similar process on PlayStation 4 and on your PC. I just wanted to show it on PS5 because this is most likely going to be where you're going to want to create your account just right away on your console. You don't want to go off to your PC or your phone to create this. It's a lot easier this way. And yeah, that about does it. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any ideas for future videos that I could possibly make, also leave those down below. Other than that, I've been Steven, your semi-comprehensive guide, and be sure to have a wonderful rest of your day. Where do I go from here? There are a few places I can go. One of them is to the bathroom because I need to pee.